Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. We're just going to wait a couple of minutes before we formally get going, so that a few others can keep trickling in. If we haven't met before, it's so lovely to see you. My name is Jo, and I am the Written Resources Manager at Faith in Kids. And I've been joined by Amy, our resources writer, who is waving at you now. And I've also been joined by Lizzie, our resources project manager, who's dressed for the theme in her beautiful Christmas hat. She also has Christmas earrings on. I don't know if you can.
Well done, Lizzie.
Yeah, I thought about cracking out the Christmas jumper, and then I decided that given the heat situation in Woking where I am, that would be a bad idea. So I'm afraid we haven't all dressed for the theme, but yes, Lizzie's inspiring us all. Who are we? We are Faith in Kids, and we are all about confident parents and thriving churches working together to raise children who trust in Jesus eternally. And that's why we exist, and we're here today in the hope and prayer that we can help you to do that. We think that's probably why you're here too. So this meeting is being recorded. If you didn't know that, you should know that, and it will be made available afterwards. And nobody can see you. They can only see myself and Lizzie and Amy. But yeah, the recording will be sent out to everybody who came, and it will also be available on our website if you want to direct other people there. Throughout our time, if you've got any questions, please pop them in the chat. I'm afraid you can't ask us any questions verbally as we go through, but if you pop your questions in the chat, we've got some time to answer those at the end, and we will give verbal answers as long as we can. Great. I think that's enough from me. I'm going to hand over to Amy, who's going to give a bit more of an introduction about what we're doing this lunchtime. Amy.
Hello, well done. Thank you for being here. It's brilliant to have you with us, and we are delighted that there are this many of you that are keen in July to get prepared for Christmas in your communities and in your churches and with your families. Our desire at Faith in Kids is to serve you well as you plan. It's brilliant. You know your communities well, you know your families well, and we want to today set out the Christmas buffet table for you so that you can come and pick what you need to use in your communities. You know the families, you know the churches, and you have the heart and passion. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. We want to serve you. So we're getting the resources out on the table. We're going to go through them in 3 simple packages so that you can pick what you need for your family, for your community, for your church. I want to make it really clear as we begin, we'll go through them in packages. That doesn't mean that you can't use whatever you like. So you could pick something from over here and something from over here and something from over here. It's the Christmas buffet table. You fill your plate with what your community needs. We'll talk about them in packages so you can find them more easily on our website. But before we talk any more about them, let me just remind you of the good news of Christmas, as if I need to. One of the brilliant things about Christmas is that it takes what is ordinary and makes it extraordinary. The ordinary Christmas tree, the ordinary fir tree, gets dragged into the living room and decorated with tinsel and covered in lights and becomes a thing of beauty that we all gather round. The ordinary town called Nazareth, up in the north that everyone had forgotten about, got a visit from an angel. There was an angel in ordinary Nazareth, and an ordinary girl called Mary got a visit from an amazing angel. Here's one of Alex's brilliant illustrations. This is from our Adventure of Christmas scene, where the ordinary Mary meets this extraordinary angel who delivers this brilliant message. Greetings, the Lord has blessed you and is with you. That's a massive encouragement to me. Ordinary Amy, in my ordinary church, in my ordinary community, in my ordinary family, the Lord has blessed us. The Lord has given us his son, and he is with us to help us share the good news of Jesus with others. That's my story, and that's your story, and that's our story at Faith in Kids, because we know the blessing of who Jesus is, and because we know the blessing of his presence with us, we can make plans. We have something good to share, and we can set off introducing families, introducing children to the good news of who Jesus is, the extraordinary one who came to be with us. So we've got 3 different Christmas packages that we're going to talk about today. We've got our Come Along Christmas package. We've got our Christmas story brick by brick. And we've got our Adventure of Christmas package. So you can see the visuals here. That helps you understand a little bit about the style and what goes in each one. But don't worry, we're about to talk you through them one at a time. So we're starting with Come Along Christmas, and I'm going to hand over to Lizzie, who's going to tell you all about that. Thank you, Lizzie.
Brilliant. Thank you, Amy. So our first resource, as Amy has said, is Come Along Christmas. It's an interactive, story-based Christmas experience from Matthew and Luke's Gospels, meeting the real-life, ordinary characters of Christmas and the extraordinary baby. This series was designed especially to be used in an early years setting, but some elements of the resource can also be used during a family service or at an outreach event, so it reaches further than the 3 to 7s that we say it's ideally for. In Come Along, we meet ordinary Mary and Joseph, the simple shepherds, the wonderful wise men, and of course, the extraordinary baby. The simple retelling of that first Christmas invites everyone to imagine themselves meeting Jesus at the manger. Our 3 early years sessions are ideal in helping those under the age of 7 explore the Christmas story simply as they meet the 4 main characters and have fun singing songs, taking selfies, creating edibles, and crafting. These sessions can be used at a midweek toddler group, an early years setting in your church, or in a school setting. The interactive nativity-style talk would be perfect for a guest service, with opportunities to dress up and meet the characters. There is also a Christmas walkthrough experience, ideal for a school or family community event, as you unpack the boxes to see how ordinary people met an extraordinary baby. There are 4 family-friendly podcasts for the whole family to listen to together, which bring the ordinary Christmas characters to life as you hear a bit of their first Christmas. The Christmas Come Along video can be used across many contexts. It can be used in an all-age service, in a midweek toddler group, or at a community event. The video ends inviting the watcher to join the shepherds at the manger and meet the extraordinary baby for themselves. And finally, we have the sticker advent calendar. It's a real favourite, and the family activity pack that goes along with it. These could be given out at your church to the families there, or at a toddler group, or at an early years classes at school, so that families can continue to explore the Christmas story in a fun, sticker and activity-based way, with an opportunity for conversations about Jesus. On this slide, you will see some pictures of the Come Along Christmas in action. You can see some pictures from the interactive nativity and community events, as well as the sticker advent calendar and the activities from some of our early years sessions. Maybe this has inspired you to have a look at the simple retelling of the first Christmas in Come Along, and how the birth of Jesus offers ordinary people an extraordinary encounter with God. So that's Come Along Christmas. I'm going to hand over now to Jo, who is now going to share with us all about Brick Christmas.
Thank you so much, Lizzie. That was a really helpful introduction to our first resource. I want to lead you through the Christmas story, Brick by Brick, which is a fun-filled Lego-themed journey through Christmas from Luke's Gospel that helps build faith brick by brick and explores all the surprises of that very first Christmas. This resource includes elements that are perfect for both church and family at home settings, and it was developed in conjunction with Go Chatter and the Good Book Company. So I'll be coming back to that in a couple of minutes to tell you more about that partnership and what else is available. But this resource is perfect for Lego lovers of every age, particularly those who are primary school age. The images and videos throughout have been constructed from Lego, and they feature heavily in the resource, so it's very visually appealing for fans of all things brick. And firstly, in this package, we have 3 Sunday school sessions. These unpack the surprises of the Christmas story as Mary meets an angel, the King of Heaven chooses a surprising cradle as he is born, and some shepherds are the first to be invited to visit. We also have an interactive all-age nativity style service which focuses on the surprise in the sky as the angels announce good news to all people in a blaze of lights to the shepherds on the hillsides. This service has Bible readings, it has some interactive time, video, drama, engaging explanation, and it can either be used as a standalone service or as part of the whole package. So this is an example of the buffet that Amy was speaking about. You could run this service without running the Sunday school lessons, or you could run them together. In this resource, we have something for families at home. We have a digital advent calendar, which has come up on the screen there being used on a phone. This offers a manageable moment for families to open the Bible together in the build up to Christmas. Each day includes an image, a verse from the Bible, a question to think about, and then a Lego sticker to collect so that you can build up your own manger scene as you journey through Advent. This is designed to be done in just a couple of minutes and is a great first step for families to open the Bibles together at home. We also have Faith in Kids for Kids podcast episodes that follow the same Bible passages as the Sunday school lessons, which will also help families to build on what's been heard in church at home during the week. Now, as I said a couple of minutes ago, this resource package has been created in conjunction with the Good Book Company and Go Chatter, and together we've got different ways that you can share the wonderful truth of the Christmas story with your church and your community. So firstly, which has already come up on the screen, Go Chatter have produced the Lego Christmas Story video. It's a bright and colourful story retelling of the Christmas story. And it's a fantastic resource that you could use in your Christmas services. You could direct families to watch at home. You could perhaps use it in an after-school club or in a school assembly. It just very simply takes people through the Christmas story with lots of beautiful Lego scenes. And then the Christmas Story Brick by Brick book was published by the Good Book Company, and this makes a great giveaway gift for families so that they can continue the adventure at home. It's a rhyming story, it's designed at children of primary school age, and it's a really fantastic tool to put into people's hands if they've come to visit you over Christmas. Our next slide is going to show some images of people going through the Christmas story brick by brick. You can see some people enjoying the advent calendar at the top. You can see the video on a big screen, a scene from that at the bottom. And you can also see lots of Lego style decorations. Some people have really gone to town on how much Lego they've included. And I hope that that inspires you to explore the Christmas story brick by brick as we step up the surprises and discover what the first Christmas means for us today. I'm going to hand back to Amy, who's going to talk about our final resource, The Adventure of Christmas.
Brilliant. Thank you, Jo. You're doing really well. So let me walk you through the final section of our buffet table. This is our Adventure of Christmas section. Don't forget, you can pick anything, literally from anywhere. So let me tell you about this. This is from Matthew and Luke's Gospel. It's particularly ideal for ages 5 to 11. You can see from the graphic illustration style that we've gone with a bold, there's like a comic style Christmas adventure that helps older kids explore the real story of Jesus with fresh eyes at church, at home, and beyond. So let me tell you what's in this package. You might have used some of these before, perhaps in your church, and there are some new elements for this year. So our Adventure of Christmas package includes 4 Sunday school lessons, each on the theme of an adventure. They're from Matthew and Luke's Gospel, and they follow the adventure of an ordinary girl called Mary, an ordinary guy called Joseph, the shepherds, and the wise men. They get a big look in this time. We've also got brand new for this year, some all-age service plans. There's 2 different ones that you could use. There's an all-age service Scratch Nativity that includes some dressing up and some interaction and some audience participation. And there is an all-age service plan based on the Wise Men's Adventure that is less interactive, less dressing up, less nativity orientated, but still really fun and really engaging for families. So perhaps that would be something brilliant that your church might want to make use of this year. Also new for this year is a community walk through the Christmas story event. You visit different stations and you meet the different characters, and there's some fun crafts and games. So this would be great to invite families from your community to come and have a fun adventure, a fun journey together, a little bit like almost a National Trust family explorer day. You go around the trail, you get your ticket punched, you have some fun. We've also got some of the features that are the same in all of our resources. We've got family podcasts for the family to enjoy at home, that first step in Bible time conversations, having Christmas conversations that include more Jesus and less what I want in my stocking. We've got an Advent devotion book with an accompanying sticker Advent calendar. This book is again brilliant for older children and is a discipleship tool for families to use to read through Advent together, answer some questions for all ages, but to engage with the Christmas story. And another exciting, brand new for this year, a giveaway comic tract. This is fabulous. It's going to be available. It's actually already available to pre-order from our friends at the Good Book Company. We wanted to have a giveaway, simple leaflet that you could put in the hands of children who've come to your school's Christmas fair, who've perhaps come along to a community outreach event that you've done, a giveaway as they go home from a nativity service. We wanted the Christmas story simply explained in a visitor-friendly way, and I would love the 10-year-old boy who's footy mad and runs around at the end of church and always leaves with his head sweaty. I want him to feel confident enough to give this to his friends. It's a really low price point, so you can bulk order it and give them away this Christmas. That's very exciting. Right, let me show you again. Here's some photos to get you inspired. So here's a church that we're doing the walkthrough. Come and meet the characters. This is Mary and Joseph getting ready for their journey. There's some questions and different things that they interact with and some scripts and an activity for them to do. Here's a stable selfie scene. So I hope that gives you a bit of an idea of the kind of things you could do. There we go. The Adventure of Christmas was an adventure like no other. Are you ready to join in? Now, Jo, you're going to give us a review of all 3 in a beautiful table that's going to really help.
I am. And the best thing about this table is that we will send it to you in an email or some other comms, so you do not need to frantically find a pen and scribble this down. So we know we've covered a lot of ground. So we've just put together a little table here to summarize what's included in each package. As Amy has said at least twice, this is not to say that you have to follow one track. You don't have to think, this year we're doing the Adventure of Christmas, ignore the others. If it works better for you to pick and choose different things from different places, that is wonderful. And we celebrate with you the flexibility. If you did want to follow one track, that would also be absolutely fine. You know your church, you know your families, and you know your community. So you can work out what would work best for them and use our resources in any way that you think would serve the kingdom where you are. I did want to show you one more thing. We have also put together some design assets that you could use to help you in marketing, in advertising. This all sounds very corporate and formal, but what we've basically done is created some elements that you could use, say, on a PowerPoint slide or as part of a flyer. You can add all your own information to it, times, dates, etc. They're editable like that, and you can just drop these as part of it so that you've got our visuals already designed for you as part of your leaflets, flyers, slides, whatever you might be making. Those will be found in the same place as all of the other resources on our website. We'll be flashing up links and details of that at the end of this session. So please do make use of those marketing tools, communications tools, when you've decided what you'd like to do. We have some time for questions. I wonder if we could put back up the slide very briefly with the table on. We'll just
Jo, I already have a question.
Wonderful.
I already have a question. So we would love to know how much do we pay for these resources and how much they cost? Because I forgot to mention that earlier.
All of these resources are free to download. Everything that we've shown you today is free, apart from the things that are books, which you do have to buy. Everything else is free to download from our website. Thanks to the generosity of our supporters, we're able to do that. So yeah, if you like, you could download everything and make an even more informed choice. That would be wonderful. Prices for the other things are all available on the Good Book Company website. If it's a Good Book Company resource, they do lots of lovely discounts for bulk orders. So do make use of that if you're thinking of running a particular event and you think, well, maybe we could give one of these away to everybody. The Good Book Company would love to help out with that. Good question. Well done.
And all our marketing stuff is also free to download for the website, which is brilliant. That's because we don't want price to be a limiting step. We know that you're doing a great job and we want to serve you. So it's very exciting. All these brilliant things, including Alex's amazing illustrations, you can use. Hooray.
If anyone's got any other questions, please pop them in the chat and we will try and answer them. We'll just...
Lizzie, would you like to tell us something exciting about developments with our website, which people still have some trouble filling in forms saying, please, would you remember me and can I download it? Please persevere, help is coming.
Yes, I mean, if you do have problems downloading a resource, please do email us at info@faithandkids.org and we will send those resources straight back to you. But in the next couple of months, we are going to be launching our brand new website, which is going to help us with our downloads. So that'll be coming. So but if you have problems in the meantime, do just email us and we will send them straight out to you. And we're sorry that there are problems at the moment.
And it's not just you. Don't worry. You're not doing anything wrong. Sometimes it happens. We love the table, Jo. Lizzie, there's another website question about search function. Can we search for resources by Bible verses? I don't know.
I don't actually know the answer to that question at the moment. Sorry.
But when the new website is launched, there will be more information about that coming. If you're on our mailing list, you'll probably hear about the new website early on, and you can take a look and hopefully you will see a huge improvement. We're excited. It looks wonderful to us. Is there a charge for the Go Chatter videos? No, there is not. They have also made those freely available, and all of the information can be found on their website about how they would like it to be used, but they're very, very flexible and there is no charge. So I think across the whole of the 3 packages, the only things that you have to pay for are obviously things that you might be giving away. Our Advent calendar for families is also free, our digital Advent calendar, but all of the published books are paid for. Everything else is free.
I just want to answer the question about how the Sunday school services and the Sunday school and the all age services fit together. So you don't have to have taught the Sunday school series to be able to use the all age talk that is part of that package. They all stand alone, and they complement one another. So you could use it at the end of and it would work well, but it wouldn't matter if you perhaps had used one of the different Sunday school services and used an Adventure of Christmas all age talk. That would be absolutely fine. They stand alone. There you go.
And on that, particularly our nativity services have been written with maybe some more guests in mind. So we don't assume that people there have heard any of the Sunday school content or really know very much about the Christmas story at all. We tried to give enough that if you've invited some families to come along, and that's the one time they're coming into church, that they would still have a meaningful experience of the Christmas story just from that nativity service. Somebody's enjoying that we're having a Christmas meeting in July.
Oh, the organised amongst us. Hooray.
Yes, we thought we'd do it in July for the organised, and then those who don't really want to be thinking about Christmas in July can just watch the video later. That's fine. We love those people too, but we are all for the organised today. I think, here we go.
Shall I answer that one?
In the Adventure of Christmas, what is the difference between the nativity service and the all-age service?
So the nativity service is a lot more, you're dressing up, you're meeting characters, there's opportunities for kids to come out the front and wear a costume and wave. And the all-age service is a little bit more reading, song, interactive talk that is relevant for families, but it wouldn't tick the box of we've done a nativity service and people have had the opportunity to dress up at the front and have a crib scene. So that's why there's both. You could do them both. One could be the Sunday Christmas service and one could be the Sunday before Christmas, where we all want to have a little bit of chaos and family welcome.
And the all-age service focuses in on one part of the Christmas story. It does lightly allude to other things, but the main focus is on one Bible passage, one part of the story, whereas our nativity services are much broader. Here's the whole Christmas story presented in an accessible way, aimed at particularly children rather than all ages.
Excellent questions. Well done, everybody.
Yeah, very good questions. Right. I think that's enough questions. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody for coming. We hope this has been a really useful time for you. If you get any more questions in the coming days or weeks, please do email and we will try and answer those. Here we are. This is the slide some of us may have been waiting for. This is where you can go to find all of the resources. The information about this will also be sent out in an email. So this is another thing you don't have to frantically scribble, but this is the landing page that we will have for all of our Christmas resources. So you can go there and check things out in more detail. If you are not on our mailing list and would like to be, then please do send your name and your church and your address to info@faithinkids.org, and we will make sure that you're added there so that we can stay in touch with you and let you know in advance about the exciting things that are coming next. I'm going to end our time with a prayer, and thank you so much for coming. And then please go and enjoy the rest of your afternoons. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for the wonder of Christmas. We thank you for the opportunities that there are to share the good news of Jesus' birth with our churches, with those who live in our communities, with families and with friends. Father, thank you for the precious truths that we can share. Thank you that we have a wonderful Saviour who was born on earth. Father, please would you help us all to go away and to think through how we can best serve our communities, our churches this year at Christmas. And would we do all of these things for your glory? In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you for coming. Merry Christmas. I enjoyed that. Merry Christmas.
May I be the first to wish you a very happy Christmas.
I don't think anyone's wished me Merry Christmas in July before.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.